on. Now, we have a couple players that have had those couple upsets, obviously for Trace, but look, the Veto, at least they got Lotus, right? We start here.
All right, chat. I will say, I am rooting for G2 because Leaf is my boy.
Put a fork in it, it might be done. But for now, we start with the pistol, and it has to look good for me here for Trace. I have to have some faith from this map.
Yeah. It's going to be a brawl soon, too. That baby door has already been chipped down very low. Two players ready to fight out off that. Look at it go.
Or TP'd away.
Valorant's the first to fall, so already drawing first blood. Perfect for Trace. G2, a quick reminder and a pause now in pace.
Interesting that Trace
wins Kings change sides. I think Trace is literally the dark horse coming to this event, and I think that them on a good day could definitely be a lot of teams.
Already invested in the utility, but gets no reward. But I guess there's some info in the lack of. It is going to be that flood
that's a whiffing happen right there.
Nice
but,
positioning
I mean, call me crazy now, but if it happens,
G2 not finding
I told you
what they
so.
want on the way in.
Yeah, got a couple of kills, but it's not going to be enough, especially because Bianca is still back there towards stairs. That's going to be the first kill, and Trace with an excellent pistol to start it.
I love this. Bianca, the ultimate America's killer, is just holding this down, just resolute to move. Perfect start for Trace.
Trace were trying to lay there. It was layers on layers. The thinking man's Valorant team that Mimi was calling.
Why does he have tape on his jacket?
That's lovely to see. Now, again, we want to see this being kept clean because.
Or is that the style of the jacket? I can never tell. I can never tell nowadays.
The rest of this map ball does swing quite nicely towards G2 here. So for me, I want to see Trace being clean about this, looking composed, looking in control, because, you know, G2 can get under your skin. They are an explosive side at times. And Hebe looking to farm up. That's the controller one. They have slipped through, so he could actually be pinched here, and it does go down. They've got, I don't want to say site control.
I mean, they got the Spectre.
Got the foot in the door.
It's awkward too.
Oh, they're doing God Plant?
The only player
I think Kai's gonna stop it.
Wait, I'm worried he's going ahead here. There was no trade potential. That's
wait, he has a full boss.
For far too little reward. G2 given a chance. They pause the tempo.
Yeah, G2 have plenty of time. Minute left. Trace right now is still a little bit scattered. They're worried about.
I don't think I've ever seen someone use this gun skin before. It's literally a FAMAS. That's baller.
What Jorg's trying to do as well, get a little more space over towards that CT side. Kind of
bro, if G2 win this round, that would be fucking crazy. Oh, yeah, never mind. It's impossible.
Wait.
Oh, you shot too early.
You might love to see it. I don't know. This is just gone completely topsy-turvy. Gorgeous flash. Jorgamo's being a nuisance.
Oh my god, Valen might assassinate him.
Look at Valen joining in. It ain't a one-man fight anymore. They have no idea about this additional body, and Valen can just hold this down. But they still have to control the site, which they might be doing here.
Oh my god.
It's a 1v1, but the defuse is a problem.
No, there's no way. I don't think Valen's going to win this.
Surely not. Actually, does. He has to.
It's really impossible.
So well. Valen had to rush back towards site. They keep it in check with the second round, but hey, this is G2.
What bundle is that from Moss from? I think it's from the black market. It's the same one as the when it turns a Vandal into an AK.
He's giving those options over to G2.
In my opinion,
mountains out of molehills there. You can't afford it, and that was up against Classics, maybe a Ghost at most. We go back in here.
Okay.
Into the bonus for Trace, and of course G2 now with that nice purchase to come.
I don't know. Maybe this would seem too hectic, but things I would like seeing done to the format.
Or eye on the Vi's hanging out here. Hebe, hold on. There's a clone right underneath him. He's not fooled by that.
Okay, for one, I think I would prefer, instead of a kickoff event starting off the year, instead I would want the regular season played first, and then the kickoff to basically be the qualifier to go to champs. And then to teams that didn't qualify through kickoff, you then qualify through the regular season points. I just think it's smarter that way. Because if you kick off, if you do like a more brutal event to start off the year, teams that are producing a new core or brand new teams have less time to like actually like show their true potential as a team. And then it becomes like kind of Mickey Mouse in a way.
We'll see even how committed they go into the retake, whether or not they try to deny some ult orbs or something like this. Bianca is actually going to find the go shot. And
got that kill?
Because Trace have 4 players ready to go.
And that's Trent gone from a post plant as well. We know what that Teo can do, but already you're going to see that pressure mounting. Almost that quick retake coming in, but they get stopped at the gates. Hebe going down makes this trickier, but an opportunity made out of nothing. Still need to chip away at the last 3 if they really want to make a go at this one, but does well. Expects the counter swing, but it's Leaf holding that back line, taking away Kai pretty pretty much tips this completely into their hands. This would have to be monstrous from Fang Fang. I don't think
Holy
it's
shit,
going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen.
G2 just about get across the finish line there. Very close.
These rounds
but
are
also
really tight, though.
I don't know how realistic this is from like a tournament standpoint. But one of my issues with Valorant is even if you qualify for all 3 tournaments in the year, it still feels like you barely play any Valorant. So in that case, I would really like it if instead of only 2 masters, they had 3 masters
one of the cooler
and
IGL heads out there.
champs.
Keeping it calm for G2.
Kind of need that as well. There's something you want to be seeing, keeping that composure. Very early rubble control this time.
Especially with such high expectations for G2 coming into the tournament. You know, we're in the last 3 finals, lost the first 2, finally win kickoff, finally have those huge expectations. For now, can just bait out this wall as they again show that early presence towards C.
This feels like consistent conditioning, but Kai's got himself a little bit of a pocket to play from here. I do want to see them be very diligent and clearing towards site. He's tried to make something of it. It didn't really go well. Now the follow-up is there for Hebe, but this still feels a bit brawly to me. I'm looking at the rest of the map, and everyone now having to rotate over.
Holy hell, bro! Let's go.
That's C-side now under the G2 banner.
Scrappy rounds right here.
Pressure coming back in. But they're still looking to have a fight on this, and they do have the ult there as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Trace need to find some kind of a pick, but also the spike hasn't been planted, so G2 are going to have to walk into some of these angles. They have no flashes left on Jonah P. Maybe waiting for the refresh of a fault line, something like this. Because they don't even feel like they have control of the site right now, using the blast to clear back.
Yeah,
right. Oh, he dinked him.
Could be in a little bit of chip. Decent amount of chip, but still no kill, and it's unconfirmed damage, so it's not going to be enough for them to really want to springboard in on there. It's still quite comfortable here. 4 players to get through. I think they're calling a save on this.
One thing,
especially like Fang Fang, hey, he's got the regen.
I feel like the most fun Valorant you can watch is normally the international matches, and I feel like most people don't really care about the regular season.
Are buying a lot of light shields or regen shields. Leaf will just buy
like I feel like regular season regional matches not only are very predictable, but they lack like they lack story most of the time. Like there's no like narrative to the games, and they just kind of like happen.
G2, that's gonna feel good. 4 standing. A clean round for them, kind of getting past that C puzzle as well, not getting too phased by it, even with all the Viper utility on it and then kind of the Vice playing on it. They still made it through. So that's a pretty big tick in the box, I'd say, going into the rest of this game.
100%. And G2, they're sort of they're set up well, as we are going to be jumping into a quick timeout here. G2 are set up well into this matchup versus Trace because they're playing the Yoru on Lotus, which is not something a lot of teams do, but the Yoru clone just bullies the
Trash talk gotta be allowed. Trash talk's allowed.
Setting up towards C, and if you watch Trace play this map over in the Chinese scene, like Kai is set up on C pretty much every.
Do you think they should do something like lock-in again? Fuck no.
The C side of the map, throwing out a Yoru
I personally think lock-in as a tournament was just not good at all. I don't think a single elim international tournament is good.
I'm a little bit worried if
I think it's kind of like brain dead.
Adaptation down the line, maybe in the next maps coming out from Trace, because they've had a little bit of time off here. I'd like to see them coming in refreshed and up to date with the meta as well. Like at least we're still seeing Vice in here. Like we're seeing some parts of it, but I still would like to see that step up throughout, right? Because otherwise I get a little
and lock-in 2 was like it was like full RNG of like who you draw, because like seeding didn't matter. So like okay, we were pretty bad 2023 Sen, but why first round did we get drawn for literally like
the other thing that would have been nice would be a decent buy,
what is viewed as the best team coming into 2023 when we are a brand new roster without a previous core, and we have to literally play against like the best team of last year.
You've got a round where you're going to be trying to play around these hero rifles, the remains of that previous round. Let's see if we can bring it in, but already it looks like G2 is expecting this.
Or was it the best team last year? I don't remember.
I like this though from Trace because they showed the extra presence,
and that was just like full RNG. Like I definitely think, okay, we were bad 2023, but I definitely think we could have won against a few teams.
Yeah, and you're going to get
just not against Fnatic.
find a corner
Wait,
to play. What on earth?
what a fucking bug.
Yeah, I don't know how you're getting away with that.
How did his flash do that?
Don't. Joy just gets away with daylight robbery to keep his life on 40 HP. But now, Trace can now start flooding over here. They can put bodies on the side. This cross is not secure. It is certainly not safe. It's going to be punished already. A 2-for-1 trade out. Kai absolutely unleashing from the back of the site. A 2v3, and Trent now has to try and make his way over. Stunning from Trace.
Oh no, Fnatic was a new team. Okay, no. So
yeah, honestly, like that entry,
I don't remember exactly what it was, but oh no, Fnatic was already a really good team.
Up in tree, they're ready to come out through Link,
but they just picked up.
And even committing the fatal
I think they picked up Chronicle and Leo. I think that's what it was. So they already had Boaster, Durka, and Alfier. I'm pretty sure. So like their team already had a good core,
that's a rough one to lose. And that's
but they just became a super team. They were a good team with the core already, but they just became like the best team on paper.
They managed to hold it in the door.
But they already had. Oh my god, that's TP. That's fucking baller. Jaw, bro. You don't give a fuck. Go for it.
Basically getting you another.
Damn, you got that fucking dog in him, bro. Go for that fucking ace.
And a stark reminder of what that man can do. The stars don't even need to align. He can make it all himself. And it's a formality at the end. Maybe you're going to pull off a miracle here? Prove me wrong.
I'll tell you what, it is nice to see Jog back on the big stage. But Low King with so much to do against him. Trent's got his number right on the side. That'll tie things back up for G2. Judge trying to run him down with Jonah P's hands, then the double flash, Jaw's behind it. By the way, Jaw then, with a paranoia going up towards Heaven and the ultimate going into Link, takes the fight into Waterfall. Then as soon as Link opens up, he's flashing in there because he knows that A player is going to be flooding in.
You love to see that. That's a bit of magic from the man, but it's broken.
My TikTok account my TikTok live got banned, and the violation reasons is gambling. What?
Whoa!
Did I gamble on today's stream?
They have to evacuate. They have to pull the cord on that. That felt too threatening over towards Rubble. They've had to pull away. Maybe to hold this default a second longer, try and cool down the jets of Trace.
You spoke about it. Bro, I was telling people not to gamble. What the fuck?
Just trying to blitz out into the open. But now, because Trace are so heavily stacked towards C, they're expecting G2 to move over there. They have a little info, so Byung-K's got to step forward into front B. It's being held, and somehow he's winning that fight.
Wait, that's actually brain dead.
And hold on, he didn't get stunned here. Jogomo actually has more of a fair fight than he would have wanted. This is really messy. What is going on here? Trace being super slippery about this, and he has to get out of dodge. It's a bit of a ruse because they're still heading towards A. The bulk of G2 is still working, and somehow it feels like they've
It's not to flag stuff you say out of context. I see.
Yeah, G2, they want to buy some time, I think, for Jaw to rotate back over, but look at this pit going down. Jonah P playing right up in the front of it, too.
Oh. Oh, baby! Jonah P gonna get the wind knocked out of him on that. Jorgamo is now making it back towards this A site. They're not taking any chances on this. Ult gonna come on, but it's still gonna be Leaf. He's got the shorty, and he's ready for it. Noting Kai on the way through, gets a reload, and slips a little further back. Leaf is playing this really well, but he does get found. It's all on Jaw. And again, it feels like almost an impossible situation, and they're running ults here.
Yeah, that was actually like unwinnable.
Trace in these rounds are scrappy, and it works for them.
All good, I guess.
I can't believe we're seeing this now back to back. I mean, Trent having an absolute stinker of a round there. Yeah. Jorgamo on the other side of the map. This feels really out of sorts for the G2 I expected.
Oh no, and here you see it, right? Teleporting directly into
my god, that's unlucky.
G2 hadn't shown that fast of a look towards Rubble, so he thought he could get away with it. But then here in mid, what's going on with that? You hear the pit go down towards stairs, so you're expecting the aggro against a team that's down in numbers. I think Trace just sort of had G2's number there. Even the shorty coming out at the end was nice, but he gets taken down. Then there's a paranoia.
Here's a question: do you play games off stream? And if so, what? This is I play. The only game I really play off stream is League of Legends.
Going for G2, right? Okay. Well, let's see what G2 can kind of do with the similar hand
like still solid,
not too long ago.
But there's less situations where you just always have your rockets up.
Kai needs to play this composed. He's got a lot of pressure on his...
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah, it's all good. No sweat. The wall goes up. We've got control.
Bro, G2 set that... Bro, G2 set him up so well with the stun, but he just got unlucky.
Falls apart. the oldest trick in the book, half buy, so you force into the B site, and Trace were absolutely ready for it. Actually, I think I really like how Trace have been sort of controlling with the early fights towards Rubble, being able to break Baby Door, go into Link, sort of move back and forth between the B and A sites. It's caused a lot of problems for G2, even on their bigger buy rounds.
No fuel. Now, do they get a little bit of a read on this? It's gone real quiet on the rest of the map. Now there's going to be this explosive approach towards C. Again, high pressure, high tempo, stunning, clear. G2 just shifted gears,
they brought this round back?
On this one. Supplan's going to be in.
And Jonapi has the
how the fuck?
Trace have to sort of bait that out somehow, but I'm not sure they have the utility to do it outside of the paranoia.
This pivot to the C side was absolutely heaven sent for G2. It's still rough though, but it is that ult with Jonah P, right? That's the backbone to this round.
They do have breach ult.
Playing off this perfectly.
Yeah, why not? But a very early investment of the ult, and now hold on, this may not go the way they want. Stunning from him. 2 quick kills, and the ult in the end does find the impact they needed, and G2 stabilize. At times, I want to see if Trace can adapt to that. Do they now start thinking about this? Do they have something in mind how they want to approach it? Because for G2, they can kind of set and paint the scene however they want. Early, we've got pressure. Hold on. Does this man get to live? No, he does not. G2 draw first blood. They take
those fucking rockets are
crazy. They've already put a problem towards that A site.
Now, Trace are still in the area. 3 players ready to go with a delayed refight for them. Putting up the wall right now to see if G2 overextend into that space. But G2, it's very rare they'll just get a pick and over-accelerate into you. And especially after, I think, what they remember of the pistol round with that second layer of fighting. I think G2 were almost waiting for Trace to play their hand or overplay it even.
And it's a very fair shout, right? That pause. You get a man advantage, just pause for a second, see if maybe Trace do try and get that pick back. It would be the death of them if they do. Now, I kind of like that they pushed out towards Mound on the C site. You got an early warning system there. Maybe it's a little tricky for Heybei, obviously, on the Viper, but that's fine. I don't mind it. But still, it allows them this security to keep 2 players.
I have a good.
When those individual players from Trace have pushed forward, whether that was Bianca into front B.
Actually, wait, no, never mind. No, never mind. I take it back. I was gonna say I have a good idea for a tail nerf, but it actually was kind of like a pseudo buff. No,
the first
never mind.
on the site will be Bianca. He's gonna get it. At least.
Silent drop.
Yeah, they have no idea. Hold on. He's close enough. Hold on, he's got one.
Nice trade, Trent.
1v2. Heybei, have you got it in ya? Have you got the capability to pull this one off? Trent, though, again in the post plant here. Down a little low, but that's fine. Leaf the one to really do the damage before. First attempt made. Doesn't care. He's going to have to care. Yeah, that's going to force you off, but he's actually made this feel a little doable. Trent was just like, hell, I'll die for this one. No worries. Okay, all good. G2, I'll do a little bit better.
You know what? I respect it. I respect it. It takes some guts to get up there and intentionally die to the molly to get the timing on the defuse.
Bless him. I mean, they are making G2 work for this. We are seeing that throughout, but I do have to give credit here to G2. That nice pause of the tempo reset, still effective trading towards tree. Like, they're matching these fires that keep breaking out over this map.
It's also G2 realizing that they're not just supposed to instantly fight into Rubble. They wait out that Seize Nade combo, then re-clear it. Do well with Low King, but once again, it'll be that same volley of utility sent by Trace. This time, though, on the light buy, Alpha's getting right up in it.
This is way too baller to do.
He's got a pocket to play from. The Prowler gonna still note attendance here, but it's
Heybei's gonna get one.
Playing further forward.
I jinxed him.
Shot on that one. Not to be, Valen clears through.
I jinxed the fuck out of him.
Next in line, Kai. Hard to make the Sheriff's work here, and unfortunately the worst target to find out the pack. So he has to respect this and back away. This is solid from G2.
I actually jinxed the fuck out of him.
That going up in the post plant, but the early chip damage down. Feel a little bit confident. G2 played pretty heavily off-site in these post plants. It was a little bit different. Usually we see them fighting more aggressively. This time making sure there aren't going to be any flanks coming in, anything like that. They know
Do you like Lotus?
Have shown quite a lot of flank looks domestically. And
I think it's good.
Round that could be coming in.
I'd quite like them to revisit that almost, kind of lean back a little heavier on trying to pressure those backlines, because Leaf, I know it's only Sheriffs and they're like, you know, barely half HP, but he looks kind of stylish in what he's doing here. Just farming him up. Why not? Get some confidence builders. Work towards the ult. Pretty close.
You know, I don't know if Leaf is lacking in confidence necessarily.
That's a fair point.
This guy was tearing it up in America. Is really the standout player for G2.
I mean, I haven't seen anyone do it yet. And whenever I was playing Lotus, I didn't do it because,
but, you know,
It would seem like it's
I like the
bug abusing
approach towards B as well. This may be the adjustment for this C lane that we've seen consistently coming out. A proactive and an aggressive Kai to kick things off. And with Trent gone, it does remove away a lot of that utility late round that G2 would have loved to have had.
I love how mobile Trace are here too. After they get the first pick, they're actually kind of abandoning the C site. Very happy to play retake with that. You look at the Nightfall, you look at the Visult. Sure, you can play that retake. Bolstering up that A defense, because Bianca on his own with the Odin, maybe not the best, but if you can play that sort of crossfire, bait and switch setup with Fong Fong backstairs, you're going to be in a great spot.
Have you decided your team for the show match? I don't get to pick my team for the show match.
I could see a world where Valen tries to get the ult online here too, just to blow up the round in the post plant.
There we go. Plant going to come down, and the ult now primed. Kai waiting to instigate this retake.
You could even try to dodge the Visal with it.
And I love the deep smoke coming down from
actively
well,
pushing this,
creating that pressure through towards door. It kind of makes them fight forward, which they're willing to do. It's G2. They want a bit of aggression, but it's Leaf to try and draw the blood. But it's a 2-for-1 trade out. Trace have the numbers.
Wow.
They have the round. They manipulated G2 from start to end in this.
That was just gorgeous.
Do you train or just freestyle on the match then? For the show match, I'm assuming we're just going to freestyle it.
G2 were not ready for that at all.
I'm impressed with Trace. I really am.
Genuinely. This is also like defense side Lotus. They put up 5 already. Still one more left to play.
And this is G2. Can we just put in context here how good G2 have looked? They have looked outrageous coming into this. The new meta suiting them well. The map pool looking good. Yeah, they had their permaban, but that's fine. Everything else looked brilliant. I want to see them look dominant here. This was the best opportunity, though, for Trace, I would say. This Lotus map
for
pick.
Sure.
Dude, I actually need to poop so bad.
This could completely change. But if anything, it's shown that they can draw blood.
But I don't want to just like leave the stream unattended.
6-5, still with the lead.
Oh.
Hebe under pressure early, and that pressure is coming fast.
Yeah, a little bit of a delayed stun there with Valen's TP.
5 without Senti on Lotus defense is insane.
Played by Hebe to not overextend, but he's in a whole heap of trouble now.
He certainly is. TP gets taken. Valen's in there. No idea.
Wait,
perfect pitch.
What do you mean, no
perfect
Senti?
use of the ult. I wanted it. I get it. Oh, but they're fighting back. Trace, they don't care. They just barrel into the site and bring it back to a 2v2. No right to do that, but somehow make it happen. And now G2 want that plant. They want the time on their side. Some advantage. Leaf is prowling, patrolling in the ult himself. Bianca praying that some of this spray works. They're going to walk this. They're absolutely going to walk this. Oh my god, that was so close. Trent's the one to get it, and now
is the Viper going to go down?
One man against the 2. A brutal ult to walk in.
Hello?
Leaf, what are we up to? That drops the pit. Suddenly this becomes so much more doable, and Trent left in a world of trouble. The cross ain't pretty, and this is now getting messy. This is looking like composure's on the line. We've got the utility coming out, and the pressure is there! Trent goes down! Unbelievable, but does he have the time? Yeah, he does.
He has it.
Does.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have it. What do you mean you absolutely does? Are we on drugs? Absolutely does. He actually he thought the spike was planted. I think he could have if he TP'd exactly on the spike, maybe he has it. All right, okay, wait, chat. I think I have to poop. Chat. Shit. I don't want to.
Trace.
Bro, what?
Forcing 5 rifles here instead of a Guardian Heavy.
It could.
Wait, that is the most brain dead thing. Of course, I washed my fucking hands. That's disgusting. There's no way I would wipe my ass and then not wash my hands.
Not the one to get punished yet, but he knows
actually
this
brain
pressure
dead.
down to the back line. Seeing that Util and Jorgamo just caught sleeping, they were way deeper than he expected. Yeah. That's the site open.
He got the shot on Fong Fong, but heavy armor only down to 10 HP. Now this Ray's playing super aggressively up towards heaven.
10 HP. He's going for this on 10 HP.
And fully cleared out as well. I don't know.
I mean,
what the fuck with the balls?
I'll shut my goddamn mouth. I'm so sorry. Play where you want with your 10 HP. Get aggressive.
I wasn't familiar with his game.
And now we are. It is getting down to that kind of, you know, deeper end of the round. Valen's position could still get the pressure.
Raised it on 1
that
HP.
Clock ticking. Time
and he just went for another peek.
And the 10 HP demon is still striking. Valen just, I think he's trying to achieve maximum damage at this point if he can.
Bro, I think that 10 HP is like a fucking buff for him.
Round isn't going to be really going his way anymore. Bloody hell.
Wait, what?
What on earth is that man made of? okay, nothing they can bank on straight away, but this is the round we want to be really focusing on, right? The buys coming out for both teams, looking in a much better position. Real quick tempo coming out here too.
G2 sort of showing this ultimate, going for a refight.
Okay, and they're trying to go for this one, but do they clear it diligently?
Wait,
yeah,
Trent
they do. Trent's on the case.
Trent got 2 kills, and Bianca's at 19 HP.
Players removed from this. You've lost the ult. You've lost your smokes, kinda. You're left down with Kai, Hebe, and Bianca. This is not an easy round anymore. Yeah, especially with Leaf taking that forward position on B. These players are boxed into the A site. You either have to walk into Jog with no HP, and yeah, not going to work. Or you walk into an Odin, or there's a flank coming in. There's just nothing you can do correctly in this round. It's all falling to pieces. No good outcome. There's no good death. There's no good death. There's no nice way to go here. It just feels inevitable. Oh, man, this is horrible.
He's just cooked. He's cooked. Literally cooked.
Yeah, that was beautiful from G2, though. I was a little bit worried about that ult initially, but then the follow-up util coming out from Trent was stunning. Absolutely. And to me, the thing that's really interesting about watching how G2 structure their defensive
chat, by the way, I'm not trying to beat, like, I'm not trying to, like, increase, like, the TenZ accusations.
Then round 3, it's nobody.
But
really
I may or may not have ordered
a
second chicken sandwich.
This round, they only show the Yoru at the start, and it comes with that refight that Tracers aren't expecting at all.
Oh my god! Spot on. Bit of a split to start with, however.
See, the irony is they show the stun immediately here because they're not actually playing on this side of the map. And so now Trace come out of that timeout, they don't really have that space over towards A. And now they're walking into a potential trap with that double flank coming out through C.
I am worried about the flank, and I'm so glad we're seeing G2 explore this. I kind of wanted Trace to do it, but on the hunt here, I'm just going to put that in the pocket of Trent.
This is their money's kind of fucked too.
To the good. And now you can see if that post plant holds, but this flank is still on the way.
It's the flank of Jonah P over on A. Those 2 fights are what could get G2 back into the round. First one goes their way, second one doesn't. Trace still with a great chance here.
Yeah, and Jorgamo's now in no man's land. He's a million miles out from this one. He's going to get
yeah, the Raze still has just a frenzy. He's going to go grab that gun.
Take over some security towards CT. Trace almost exchanging paces here.
They're staying in this area.
Start going. They see this get moving. Jorgamo going to take that step. Start getting towards the site. Hey, may be in a problem. We're starting to see them really heat up here. Trace, it's getting messy again, and they win out. That pivot to B could have gone absolutely topsy-turvy the whole way through. There were so many opportunities for G2 to, I don't know, turn the screws a little more, but somehow, some way, Trace win out in so many of those situations.
That was good.
Just an absolute hunter here.
What is it? Discipline to not shoot the Raze rocket at the Teo. Like, he just knew he wouldn't kill him.
It turns into a 3K for him. But it also just
look at this true stretch in action, bro.
On the post plan.
I fuck with it heavy.
John Valen to deal with.
A little frustration, but a good step for Trace though. Get back in this game a bit more. Longfang's got to wake up a touch there. Almost got a touch. Easy, Tiger. But it does at least allow the ults to start coming through here. That's going to facilitate Jorgamo to get his. It's now ready if necessary.
True stretch allowed? Yep.
Sort of tempting the space right now. Again, there still is that stun ready to go, but G2 often will play a little bit softer towards this space. You see Jaw as a TP ready towards stairs. Decided to fake that one and send another one back into the site instead. G2 are going to try and hold on to tree in this post, or in this actual site hold once Jaw leaves the area, but we'll see if Young K can actually find him here. Defense wall goes up. Not playing right on the other side, takes his timing through. That is perfect.
Wow.
He gets his kill, and he's out.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was dreaming of happening. Now going back in with the ult as well. He wants more. This man's hungry for it. He's going to see so much. That's everything you dreamed of. Jorgamo, nothing short of divine intervention could save Trace now, and maybe they're going to get it, but it's Trent. Take away Hebe, and Jorgamo in the back line is going to just, again, keep them crunched here. Trent's the one to kill him, but it's Jorgamo seeing all
Jaw
of them as well.
is so good.
Just one alive. A 1v3 required.
He doesn't give a fuck.
No easy task, no spike. They're ready for him.
He's ulting for it.
They're trying to block.
But he only has 20 seconds. He still has to fight these players.
He has to go back for this, and they're waiting patiently. G2, all too aware of the plan. Maybe go for a bit of it. Let's see. Trace, you're going to give us a game here. Big gateway round for them. Jorgamo would be the first to be challenged. He's trying to stick around on this one, at least for a moment longer, and you can see why.
Whoa, he just came through that. Oh, he almost died.
To really force him off this. Trace! What's going on? you've just lost 2 players. You haven't made it past the starting blocks.
It's just a mess, and with where from
this is
dropped, Valen now has a rifle.
This is a scuff buy from G2 as well.
Are still spread apart. I mean, if they want a way back in this round, they almost need to ask K-Bay, hey, can you go get a kill over on A side again? Do something.
Those steps are pretty useful, I guess, but there's still obviously the threat of Leaf here, but he only has that frenzy, so maybe they can start building towards this A site.
If anything, falling back there sets up G2 to win this round even more, because now you've got a potential crossfire going from stairs and out of Baby.
I like the setup from G2 right here, Abi.
We're trying to play
I like this shit a lot.
as possible here to abuse the fact they've got numbers.
This is so goddamn tense, though. Trent here, waiting. Angle's good, shots better. Still controlling the spike is there. Trent, back-to-back impact, leaving just one alive. G2 with a flawless round to get to 12.
Damn, they flawless them on a scuff buy.
Starting to show a little bit more of that pedigree there, that potential with G2. Looking deadly. And they near on have the full hand of ults as well to depend on, barring Jorgamos. They've got everything they need. A broken buy for Trace, but hey, this is what happens when you play up against some of the best in the world here. You got to deliver where it matters. Trent, very deep with the utility. This map feels tiny for Trace.
Oh wait, yeah, I guess it was almost flawless.
Up in their face, he's going for a fight.
Oh, this man's looking nasty. This is the moment the Jorgamo.
He got out.
How's he getting out of there? How is trying to lie?
What the fuck is happening?
What is this bloodbath we are witnessing? Jonah P, he fancies
what the fuck is going on?
This is a mental round.
Q Rocket Man as Funk goes flying into the air. G2 are still hanging around though.
How
They're
the
still
fuck
fighting
did Jaw
for space
escape
beyond
there?
K and Fung. We're gonna take them down and open up this site.
Force them back into place, force them to heal a little. That's too far. G2 wants to remember there's some fire with these Trace boys.
Look at Leap though, hanging
God.
out here. He gets one, he gets two,
And
he's still looking for
fucking
more.
bro, Nathan just solo won the round.
Leaf.
100% G2 round.
Even in the back of his mind,
Look at
he
this.
read it
He's
right.
gonna take
he buys
fucking
the time.
Kai's head off
reads
too.
Around and Kai from high
Guaranteed,
hopes.
guaranteed.
So
oh, he's a
what could
shorty.
be a corner with a shorty in it, Leaf.
25 seconds.
Oh, just that taste of potential for Trace there. Maybe the game could have continued, but Leaf, I think, might have crushed this one. Look at the spike, and Kai has to try and fight. He does. 13 seconds, you gotta go now, Kai. It's game on.
Oh my God, he whiffed.
Heartbreak for Kai, and composure for Valen. 13-8.
Like, I don't even know.
Does this all the time.
Like, do you go to school for map design, or like, what do you do even?
Good, good. This is good.
And I will say, me as a person, I am obviously not creative enough to make a map. But
they get to kind of, you know, approach
but because of my game knowledge of Valorant, I feel like I could adjust a map to a more palatable state and make it more healthy. And that's just like that's just like playing the game. Like, I think as like a map designer or game designer, you have to play the game that you're making. Like, I feel like it's good to have devs that are high ranked in your game. Oh my God, bro, they're just fucking them.
Reading them like a book. They've been there. They've done this. They felt this pressure.
I guess for one example,
long ago, and that spike could not be further away here.
Like one thing that like a new game that's really popular right now, Marvel Rivals, for example. All of the devs in that game are top 500 players in the game. They are all top 500 players. So that means they played the game and they like understand it to a level that is a lot higher than other players. It was the same when Valve first came out, no?
So Trent there willing to kind of puff out the chest.
It was for a bit, but that's because literally no one knew how to use utility in Valorant. Wait, are we on drugs?
The crowd is absolutely baffled.
Do you think they slipped?
Wait. Do we not understand this character has a teleport?
No, not really.
Someone might need to explain it for the crowd, but it is just to deny as much as possible.
Bro, wait, the crowd just thought that he jumped off the map like and missed it? Bro, he's playing a character with a teleport. He's jumping for him, though. Are they all in half armors? Oh, bro. Bro, Nathan's gonna terrorize the enemy team with a fucking outlaw, bro.
At the same time, I do think it's important that hold my breath for a moment.
What was that?
Yeah, I do like how Trace have sort of defaulted open into this ace.
What is this skin?
Absolutely baited.
How am I seeing a bunch of skins I've never seen before in the game?
He was doing that in map 1 too. Not to me, but to Trace, but still.
Oh wow, there's a gap.
You shouldn't be doing it in this round. So it looks like they're drifting back towards.
It's actually funny. So
deep hold from Trent.
It's a bit odd. Trent very deep, but again.
Oh wait.
Actually now getting caught offside, so that stun will not.
Wait, G2 does not have the read on this.
Snap on this exit.
The heavy stack towards B.
Just instantly evacuate site. No worries. I like this really heads up work. They're going to get the information about this. That's fine. This should be a plant, and we're looking at the post-plant utility. We're looking at that retake potential. Yeah, then this is where maybe the Outlaw does get a little bit trickier, but Leaf's got about 40 weapons he can bank on, so no worries.
Yeah, I think it's most likely Leaf just goes and plays containment here, unless his team can find some openers into this A site. He's going to bust down that vent and try and find some way in. Yeah,
they're already getting pretty close here. They've made it pretty far out towards site. Kai needs to be ready for this. Trent's already got a trade. Kai does well to pivot around and turn on a dime, but Kai wants more, and that's a little too greedy for my taste. Trying to play out as best he can, potentially pull up his own number. But now G2 have stepped on the site. Now we've got to look at this post plant. Where's that utility? Where's the pressure? Where's the kills? It's now down to just one. Jonah P in a 1v2. Surely Trace have done enough here. They have. With 2 alive, they get their first on the board.
Trace trying to.
Recent games haven't had community-made maps, and the most goated maps in games have been community-made maps. Yeah, honestly, bro, like, I wish that Valorant had community servers.
I think it's a fair.
I understand why they don't.
You want to avoid being
because they just want to like control everything in the game.
Optimal play.
Oh, got it.
And he's gonna be fine. I do love that though, jumping off the mount just to scout out window. Because
I do feel like Valorant could be so fun with like a mini game server. It's like some like stupid like game modes that like community.
The chamber and the aura.
That is community made.
Information here. We had that drone just coming out towards A main. It looks like a rinse and repeat round, somewhat, at least if it continues towards its trajectory from Trace, right? It looks like an A finish potentially, with hopefully in their minds Trent getting away from site. There is now an extra body here though that could buy time. I'm looking at
like Halo Forge map, yeah, basically.
Dedicated towards
what a whiff!
And Heibe's the one. Trent gets caught out that time. Surprised that he went for this.
It would help consecration as well. Oh yes, it definitely would be way better for consecration.
Maybe they wanted that bit more space.
And now Trace in the post plant up numbers. Loking has that late round insurance into mid. I'm still looking back towards spawn. Will fall off after being flashed.
My only issue with consecration in this game is oh my god thing.
3 back-to-back.
I feel like
I think he just drift away now. Leaf's got nothing to do in this one. As good as
the
this
type of content that you can produce is kind of stale. It's just playing ranked and just climbing, and that's about it.
A gnarly fight.
Like, it isn't like
full blinded
there isn't like too crazy stuff.
The second he gets vision back, instant headshot that takes him down, spam through the smoke, no problem.
That's also League, no? No, I think League has more content creation things. Bro, there's like a bunch of stuff that like gets released in the game. Earth, One for All, the 6v6 game mode, Arena. They released TFT. They released ARAM. Like, they had Doom bots in the past. Like, I think League content creation
on that side hold, right?
Has a lot more like
Jonah P had actually
cooler stuff. Like I saw one, like I've seen videos where it's like, oh, let's prank this pro player by making their spray control completely RNG and seeing if they notice. Or let's see if these pros can like do this KZ course. I've seen a ton of stuff before.
Was that sort of composure?
Oh, no dash, Kai. He's going to run it in, do it himself.
Good. I'm glad I brought up how clean this looks. They do manage to clear out Trent, and it should be 5 standing green.
Yeah, bro.
That's lovely for them. That's kind of what the doctor ordered, right? We want to see them looking good in this, like having a good opportunity to build some buffer to themselves, because map 1's
got to
start.
Valorant content is like new shit comes out, and that doesn't happen like major agent buffs. Yeah, basically. Yeah, new map changes, like new patch, new map changes, or new map. And new agent, and that's about it other than ranked.
But now is where that timeout is going to come into play for G2. It's interesting to me that G2 didn't try to save up and get an operator online. I thought that was going to be the first thing they were going for. Instead, maybe just
CS also had operations. That's true as well.
G2 have been playing pretty deep on.
I remember the co-op missions. That shit was so cool.
Into mid, Leaf creeping into main. Josh just
Dude, the
said,
co-op
hey, boys,
missions
take
in
your
CS were so fun.
I don't mind it. I really don't
There's
mind
also
it at all.
really good community server co-op maps. Like, when I mean really good, like, really fucking good.
These bigger plays. And you can see they've already identified, though, that Trent is clearly not on that A site anymore, right? They've just pinged him on the knife. They now know that he is certainly not where he was before.
But the knife's not in range to catch Jaw here. So Trace have to be real careful working into mid. First time they've seen G2 play it super
Wouldn't he
aggressively,
TP out in
so
the
I
open if he
think
TPs
they've
her?
gotta know something's up.
Let's see how they kind of problem solve then, right? They've seen a different look here. This could be the kind of final blow to it, though. Does Leaf get cleared?
They've got a drone for it.
This is really the only character
Does he care? No,
that can challenge his choke and get out
with him.
at all times.
Zero respect and a perfect play between the gaps on it.
And look at
no
G2
other character can really get out like that.
Mid. Two players walk out there. Jonah P is ready to reinforce. Leaf, who's now repositioned back into sight. Trace have nowhere to go but in.
Yeah, just spammed on and on and on here. They are still trying to go for this one. They've made it out towards sight. Heaven controls there for Jonah P. You're looking at the back of the site with Leaf, very passive, waiting for that lurk to come in.
Feng Feng has to be ready for it. They don't have Cypher, they don't have flank watch. They've got to win this fight back in main, or they're just going to get crunched.
That's two players. That's going to be so much. And
wow.
Trent somewhere. That's the
they must have heard that TP.
Broken for this round. Now they try and fight forward, take the space.
That was like two
CT,
aware from
but
them.
Leaf heads up work. Really hard to dig out of that deeper position.
Bro, there's no way that Trace wins this.
Force them back on the fight in G2.
They have no control on anywhere in the map.
Their answer. They found their cure to the woes, leaving Hebe as a formality to the outcome. G2 find the answer they needed. Now, I love
Why don't more
seeing
pro
the
teams use chamber?
For Kai. That's something I want to keep my eyes on.
I think, this is my opinion,
here.
I think pro teams are just stubborn to change.
Kind of chess between these two. You've now got G2 showing the answer, and you go,
they're not willing to experiment with different comps.
It, though. Falls away. Leaf.
Like, they just see something that's like already a winning formula, and everyone just copies it.
And oh my god, he still divides and conquers. Where was the spacing on the second player up the ramp?
He's completely unstoppable.
Bro, I already know for a fact, if I was a coach, I would have the most crack cocaine comps of them all.
But no.
You've got to be gutted if you're Kai as well. You still had your owl drones. This was meant to be just purely to deal with the aggression coming out from Leaf. It gets them that one-man pick, and it goes completely askew.
Yeah, now the problem is Junkie might need to throw the op off the map, right? Otherwise, either Jaw or Leaf could be taking that into the next. Your life's not going to get any easier.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying if I was.
G2, no. It doesn't feel like that A hit anymore. Already sitting ready for this B approach. Yeah. Jonah P very prepared here.
I wonder if they're committing all their ults. Trace, that's one down. Maybe another to send in a 4v5. It's just falling apart.
But G2 carved the perfect place to play from. It's just stunning to witness. They know the win conditions that Trace would have wanted, what was available and what wasn't. But the plant, going to be denied for now. Not going to come down. Hunter's Fury on top. And Trent,
holy shit.
Just blind,
just beamed.
sending that perfect. Hebe and Loking, what are you meant to do here? That's what you're meant to do, fight your way forward. But it's a 1v2, and time is not on your side. Leaf makes sure of it, and G2 back.
Curious question, what happened to Gecko? Last year it was everywhere, and now it's nowhere. The character was broken because basically, you would generate ults like 2 times faster than any other agent in the game. So they basically reworked the way that that Gecko's ult generates, and they also increased like the they increased the orb by 1. So it's just not up as frequently.
Because kind of when we discussed the switch up from G2,
like the reason why he was played so much is because you just had an ult every 3 rounds.
Expecting it. Trent already kind of testing the waters here. This feels quite similar, but I mean, it's a very straightforward approach. It looks just straight out of main.
Trent's down on site. G2 aren't giving this one up at all.
Wait, how's Trent sticking around on this? Yeah, Fun might be in real trouble here. What on earth?
They're gonna wreck the classroom.
Oh, this is bizarre.
You got a kill still?
I'm pretty sure it was blind during this. What is this massacre happening on the side? Back and forth, but this time, G2 unwilling to relent on it. And the last player looking is just lurking up middle. And it feels like with this silence becomes deafening, it's so obvious that he's not with the pack, that this potential flank is now on the way.
Players are isolated, that's the only real hope, but it's a kind of a nasty off-angle. Valens playing up towards Heaven, now he's made noise.
Okay.
I mean, look, Jaw's a little bit low.
I'm on board. It's not gonna happen.
Oh.
It's not gonna happen.
And
that could have been really spooky.
If
there was a collab there.
Sure.
What just went on?
I think Trace paused and timed a pop flash through the
Someone
smoke
asked us wondering, do you think Yoda will get nerfed with how many teams are playing him?
Yeah, so we're flashed, and now the smoke is gone, and we're in. But
they
G2
might look at some adjustments.
Rotated so many players over because Trace paused and waited that 10 seconds before going for the forward fight.
Down A. One enemy.
That can't be the answer. That can't be the answer, boys.
And that's a round where they had every ult in the book, and they didn't use any of them. We've only really seen Trace move towards B on the anti-ecos or frantically later into a round.
Yeah.
This is a good read to test this, see what the hold's going to be like, but sending that ultimate in early, this is the round where G2 have nobody actually home on the site.
And again, I don't mind people playing off-site on this one. I really don't. Play for that retake. You got so much to bank on. Why not?
I feel like Yoda is the only good solution to Vice in the duelist
Yeah, we had
department.
Leaf kind of going for his. That's fair enough.
That would suck if they did that.
Player's preference.
I agree, actually.
Invest.
Yeah, the
That's
reason
fine,
why
close.
Yoda's also played a lot is
Big
because
info, Divide gonna go in, and
you
all
are
the ults
able
on
to
top.
like
Good
fuck
luck.
over a Vice.
Have fun. We're away. Jorgamo hungry on the hunt. And
wow.
he's out. I don't know how he's done that.
And he's gonna fucking flash through the wall and get another.
And they're defusing too with Trent coming in on the flank. I mean, Trace, they have to stop this spike from being defused, but the flank has come in.
Oh
Trent is destroying Trace in the backlines. A beautiful round put together by G2. Just take Trace right on out of it.
This is all looking a little too comfortable for G2. I wanted that threat. I wanted to see that potential from Trace that a lot of people were excited for. And this expectation,
damn, see? Bro, Nathan is so in their head that they commit so much utility on him at A main, and he still gets away.
The second Leaf pulls the attention of 3 players, that's when Jaw takes the timing. That's when he snaps.
Bro, they like legit.
1-2 punch they are.
He is like in their fucking minds rent free at A site.
Yeah, I mean, look, Leaf's full flashed, he's droned, he's whatever, and he's just out. It's frustrating to play against because you have to use the util to clear him, but then you have to stop moving because you didn't actually kill him.
This pause feels so blindingly obvious. Oh, Bianchi has to kind of get out of that one. And again, they commit close towards sight. This position, we saw it taken before.
Wow,
I think it
Jonah.
was Trent here last time. This time around, Jonah P finding the pixel to play from. It's lovely from Trent. Swings on in, and that confidence stays sky high. Bianchi, the last one to try and pull off a 1v3.
Damn,
it ain't happening. G2 looking so large and in charge here. They look so damn good.
G2
imagine if they made Chamber flank trip universal, he would actually be back. They shouldn't though. The character would be like too annoying to deal with. That character is just like
an adjustment that came in from Josh RT.
You have to be careful with him.
You know, round 5 when they lost that eco.
A lot of characters you got to be careful with.
Dart landing, you've got Jonah P jumping onto site. They're not going to let you through that choke point.
They are genuinely a treat to watch right now. This is genuinely very good Valorant from G2. I'm enjoying what we're witnessing, and we kind of, I kind of held them to a high standard here. I wanted to see big things from this team. If you're going to be that high tier, stand up to the test. Jorgamo again, absolute control, chaos, 3 big kills, and this man is just something else.
Holy shit!
Looking, have fun.
It looks like he's playing ranked. It's like. You're not supposed to be jumping there in professional play.
Not getting 3, not getting away with it time and time again. How many rounds is this man going to get under their skin?
They have been undefeated.
What is this?
On this side.
What is this?
Really can't compliment that enough. They've been able to, one, adjust in
the
this
fuck
game
is that?
and adjust so well that there's barely been an answer. Trace can't come up with what they want to be doing to deal with this, and there's layers of adaptation now.
You can see the actionables too, right? Whether it's refusing to play,
did it hit? I don't even know.
The site, whether it's abusing this mid space. We saw Jaw do it 3 rounds in a row. Now Leaf's here with an operator.
Did that work? I have no fucking clue.
This is an unexpected one. They may still clear this with util because of that presence from Jorg previously, but you've still got Leaf.
Yeah.
With the the big green basically at this point. Yeah, what are you meant to do? Like, how are you meant to clear this in any sort of way?
He's in front of the wall.
He is. Oh, another body drops. Hey, they want to be punished this time. And Trace have to keep going. They have to keep trying to fight forward. They do find Leaf on his almost greedy re-peek in this play.
Wow, what?
That's
nice,
huge, because they have the
nice strat from Trace.
Really good stuff out of Kai.
I like it.
You've got flanks on flanks coming from G2.
The only thing I would have changed is because you have the Astro Wall doing the bridge plant.
Oh, are you going to do this to him again? Yeah, you are.
He's blocked him in.
Success, Kai. Can you get away with your life? No, you can't. The King of Chaos.
Dude, Jaw's actually such a good. He's such a good Yoda player.
He's just tearing him apart one by one.
I like his util a lot.
This time he stopped. finally a 3v3. Time is on their side until then. Just turned away.
Loking was so deadly from backside back when Trace were winning their rounds. He's got to show up in a big way because it's him against the world.
Oh, Fung a 1v3. He's got pressure left, right, and center. G2 just sophisticated dominance at this point. That's a 9-3 scoreline.
9-3 curse? No, they ain't no curse happening here. This is a 2-0 chat. This is a fucking 2-0 right here. I think the favorites, in my opinion, to win this event is either G2 or Vitality. I think they're the two favorites of the event. I mean, at the end of the day, I think in Valorant, you can have favorites for the events, but any team can just win. And I think that's just like the nature of the game. Like if you're just having a really good, like having a really good week, or the meta's just aligning with you, or I mean even like just getting lucky sometimes and getting lucky in pivotal rounds, like getting a good spam. The enemy team just gets unfortunate or something.
On their faces, looking calm, looking like
there's a lot of dynamic moments in Valorant that allows for any team to win.
Oh, no, the timing. Okay, Heybei has to just get out of there, leave Woking to his own devices. Oh, it's divide and conquer. G2 never stopped looking this Alan!
All right, it's over, chat.
BNK gonna be feeling that one in the morning as Kai.
It's basically over.
You got a long way to go back towards A.
There's just not even a fight put up there. Dropping like flies.
Your new video says Vitality versus DRX is Vitality versus T1.
Yeah, Fong and Kai, those are your playmakers, those are your fighters, but
I will personally change it. It's not me doing the videos, it's the editors.
It's just hard to imagine a world where it can happen. Smoke's gonna go down, but I mean, look at the utility.
Jesus! Oh, that's a real souring moment to see that in this round. Valen and Leaf just dive on in. It's a team effort at this point. That's already 10 founded.
It's a bad news when the coach that is crushing you doesn't know how his team is winning.
This just stars aligning, all good, no problems. We do see they opted for a very light investment of 2 Sheriffs, and that's it.
Unfortunately, the Sheriffs are mid and B right now.
And once again, G2 actually do
he just got spammed.
At least with Plant. So, you know, we're talking sort of small silver linings. Maybe some of these flanks can come in a little bit quicker.
We'll ignore it, that it's a 5v4 now for them. That's where we're ignoring it.
Got it, fair enough.
I'm on your side, no sarcasm detected.
I'm not used to that. Oh, well, the hope's fading quickly, isn't it? Kai, show me something. Get me back on board. Make me a believer right now. I kind of need something to give us a spark here. Valen is on the case, and he ain't dropping it. I mean, it's done for, right? We're already up to 11. This is really hard, Val, now.
I don't understand how Sen got 2-0'd by DRX. Just watch the game, and then you will understand.
But
DRX were playing fucking amazing. Bro, they were absurd.
On Trace.
We'll see. Maybe it's fine. Kai, having a go. Don't drop this Vandal though, because it's really valuable. Nice work towards Shaw. Gonna get that. Doesn't need to overstay here. He's got his man. He can just shift back a little.
Now's when Leaf is going to try to work this space. As soon as that smoke goes down.
He's
oh my god.
That feels so scary up against these.
He was on half armor too, so if one shot connected, you're just gone.
Leaf's been spotted.
Oh, Bianca got hit by that aftershock right there.
Slow down this round. Bianca gonna have to fall back into heaven after getting pinged out by that drone. But G2 aren't committing into the site. They've read that there's a stack over towards this angle. They're gonna put full faith in Leaf to have a second go of things.
Bite of the cherry waiting towards B. There is rotations coming in though. The penny is dropping. Trace don't like this.
That's a good
It's gone far too quiet. Oh my god, Leaf is seeing him just like a second too late every time, but he's getting closer and that scares me. And that's why
we're peeking the outlaw.
Got curious and you heard what happened to the cannon. Now they're falling. And you're gonna walk that smoke? No, Amy!
It's all going wrong!
This is a nightmare coming to life here. They had the start they needed. They took down Jogmo, they had good rotations, the right place. Leaf wasn't having that freedom, it was good. Now suddenly it's gone sour, down to 2, Bianca and Kai. Up against it. deep post-plant trench still with those shot
Abyss
darts
is always
as
a bad map for
Kai
most
trying to be
teams.
set
How did
up
G2
here.
make it look so
Yankee
easy?
trying to send him
If
in,
you
give him a
notice,
chance of anything
G2
and
never
leave.
tried
He
to
said, no,
hold
this
the
is 12,
sites.
and that is not how you wanted to see them get to 12
Like,
either.
watch their macro.
With that one.
They understand
I feel like the pressure got to
the
them
sites
there.
are so badly designed.
Unnecessary
You can go
mistakes
for like a
almost.
pick and get out, but you should never, ever try to hold the site. It's also one of the reasons why they're playing Chamber, because they can hold an initial choke, play like backside, and just give it up. Like just watch their macro. They have fundamental, they have protocols that basically, if there's no way you can get a pick, just get the fuck off the site and everyone retake together. And a lot of teams still try to hold the site. You can't do it. These sites are not able to be held. I'm dead ass.
So you know, the timeout has hit for
But that's why you play double teleport characters. You play Yoru and you play Chamber. You put one each side of the map, and you just go for picks. After you get a pick, you TP away, and then you play retake.
I don't know if G2 blowing up mid was going to be on my bingo card coming out of that timeout, but actually maybe even just doing it a fake. They threw that Astra smoke down, had that teleport noise, so Trace knows something's funky is going down.
Oh, good morning, Kade.
They're just going to have a free B site to get this plant down on.
Waking up at 6 a.m., you kind of have a good sleep schedule now.
Out. Perfect. All on the retake.
After the plant, Trent's just going to be one off ultimate as well, so G2 could just fall back and play a rolling post.
I love that Leaf still has his position, no threat of the lurk. Doesn't have to stick around
Would you
long.
like to play VALORANT, Kade? With me?
Leaving just 3 and Kai copping a boatload of damage. Again, no shields to bank on here. Jonah P feeling confident, having a little go at things, keeping them spammed out, keeping them down. Under the heel. GG. One more man and they got it.
All 2-0s, bro.
Work. Playing to their own expectations.
Each match has been a 2-0.
And crush any chance of this underdog story today.